Larry and I have been missionaries with World Gospel Missions for 30 years. And the first 18 years we were at Escuela El Sembrador, and the last 10 years we've been in Choluteca in southern Honduras. We would never be able to get accomplished what we get accomplished without working as a team with one other missionary that's there. We have another missionary couple that is going to come and join us next year. And we have a group of Honduran pastors and lay leaders that we work with. When we first went to Choluteca, I was in charge of all of the children's ministry. That was with, we usually have about 550 children regionally that we do Vacation Bible School with, and also have Sunday school every week, and Day of the Child, which is the beginning of September. We have activities for that. Now there are Hondurans that are trained. They're all equipped to be able to take care of that program, and I'm just thrilled about that. So now I'm concentrating on community health evangelism. We go out to all the different villages, and this has actually opened up a lot of doors for us to be able to work out in the villages. We also are working in sports ministry, and we would like to form leagues between the different churches and congregations where we work and be able to open up that whole area, not only just for the fun of having sports activities, but also for the health of the people, to get them active in some kind of a sports program. Every year since we've been in Choluteca, we've helped one family, at least one family, to have a new home, or else fixed up their old home so that it was livable. And this was a team from Asbury College that had come down and helped with one of the homes.
Several reasons that we invited Jairo to come up and spend the summer with us in ministry. One of them is we wanted him to meet again people who had been to Honduras, and another was that we wanted him to share with the churches from a Honduran pastor's perspective.
Una de las buenas cosas que tenemos, creo yo, todos los cristianos es que Dios nos ha dado en su sabiduría un montón de formas de cómo presentar la palabra.
And one of the blessings that God has given us, He's shown us different forms and different ways to present His gospel. It's a great blessing to be a part of a church who's bringing new people into the church through the different ministries that we're involved in. And right now, as a result of that ministry, our church has 4 churches that are established and 6 other groups that are in the process of being recognized. And so we're finding that as the church is growing, it's necessary for us to have a process of training people. About a year and a half ago, God allowed us to start our own Bible Institute in the southern region of Honduras. Right now we have 26 students in our Bible Institute, and not a one of them has come from outside of these 10 congregations that have been started since Hurricane Mitch. And our vocational school works to fulfill several different purposes. To this point, we've been working in 3 different areas: auto mechanics, sewing, and refrigeration and air conditioning.
Comenzaron entonces en septiembre del 2006. Su servidor no estaba todavía ahí.
So when the school started in September of 2006, I had not arrived at the school yet. We've graduated 32 students in auto mechanics, 33 young ladies in sewing, and we've had 35 graduates in our refrigeration program. And it's not only praiseworthy that 100 students have graduated, but more noteworthy is the fact that through our Bible programs that we give an hour of Bible classes each day to our students. 45 of our students out of those 100 students have accepted Jesus Christ as their personal Savior. Naudis comes from a community called San Jairo, where we've got a church. And when Naudis began to study, he was one of our better students. Last year there was a government program that asked for students from all of the different vocational schools around the country, and they asked us to send 3 of our best students. And Naudis was one of the ones that we selected. We sent his companion from San Jairo, whose name's Hector. And we sent another young man whose name is Melzar from the border with Nicaragua. Is it true that occasionally you get a student that just tries all of your patience? Hector was one of those students. The only place that Hector excelled was on the soccer field. And he did very well there, but when you got him in the classroom, he would be behind the others, and he would get away from the studies. And Hector, the 3 strikes and you're out. We'd talk to Hector 3 times. but we gave him one more chance to see what his problem was. And so when we got to the very basics of what Hector's problems were, we found out that he had many problems in his home life. He said, well, really, I feel like I should be home working to help provide for the family. We convinced him that the best way he could help his family would be to stay in school, graduate, and get a good job so that he could earn to help his family. He began to work a little bit harder with Hector, and he began to respond. When the classes finished up, Hector was at the last of the class. We sent him, along with the rest of the students, out to get his practical experience. When I went to supervise him, one of my biggest concerns was to find out how Hector was doing, and they'd put him to work with the tractors. And so when I went to check on how he was doing, the supervisor called out for Hector to come, and he came out from underneath of one of the tractors. His supervisor said, as long as Hector's working in the area of tractors, I have nothing to worry about. Everything's kept in order, and I'm sure that everything's done well. And so when the government asked us to send 3 students, they were specifically wanting students to get advanced training in working with diesel mechanics with tractors, so we sent those 3 students. And when they were finishing the course, the person in charge of the educational program that the 3 students went to, and students from around the country, the man in charge came to the school one day, and I saw him as he was arriving at the gate. I realized that I forgot my culture just a little bit. I didn't offer him a cup of coffee or something to drink. And you know what he told me? He said, I want 3 more students just like those 3. Hector was second among all of the students from around the country. Nowadays was number 1. And the other student that you sent us was 3rd place, battling with Hector for 3rd place. Aldis is also our number 1 student in our Bible Institute. He's pastor of the San Jeronimo Church, 19 years old. And who do you think's Aldis' co-pastor and just entered the Bible Institute? 18 years old. Is the vocational school worthwhile? I think so.